Alright guys, I've got Judy here. This is our beautiful clock that we're going to use to tell a little bit of time. Other than that, you're going to not have an application problem today. Yay! Because you're going to do some word problems that deal with time and elapsed time. Now, let's talk about, real quick before we even talk about Judy, let's talk about AM and PM. Okay? So, we know that AM happens in the morning. So, when you go to bed, that is PM. But when it gets to midnight, at 12:01, we say that starts our AM. And so from 12:01 at night, all the way to 12 o'clock noon, that is AM. That is considered the morning. Now, afternoon, so 12:01 noon, all the way, so that would be, in school, 12 o'clock is getting us ready to go to specials, because we go to specials at 12:30. So at 12 o'clock noon, okay, that switches over to PM. And so from 12 o'clock noon till the end of school, until you go to bed, that is all PM. Okay, so think AM's in the morning, PM's in the afternoon and evening. Now we got Judy here. We talked about quarter after, quarter till, half past. So let's put it on 5 o'clock. Okay. I have 5 o'clock. I'm going to go to 5:15. At 5:15 we would say that is quarter after 5. 1/4, because if we split this clock into 4 parts, 4 quarters equal $1. Now, 4 quarters is 100 cents. We don't have 100 seconds on the clock. So you got to think that 4 quarters on a clock equals 60 seconds. The first part of the quarter is 15. The second part is the 30. The third part is the 45. And then the fourth part is the new hour, which is at the 60 seconds. So this first quarter, that's quarter after 5. The second quarter, or half past, would be 5:30. That's half past 5. The third quarter is up to the 9, which shows 5:45, or we need one more quarter till we get to the new hour. So it's quarter till, and now the new hour, which is 6. And then in one more quarter, that gets us to the 12, the new hour, that is 6 o'clock. I'm just going to show a couple times on the clock real quick. Hopefully you guys can see it. Give you a second to answer it, and then we'll move on. So, on this Judy clock right here, can you tell what time it is? If you said 7:20, you got that correct. Let's try another one. What time's on this clock? Do you know? 8:05. Give you an easy one. Can you tell me what time it is? Did you say 10 o'clock? You are correct. 2 more. What time is showing on Judy now? 10:30? Definitely. And last but not least, I want you to add AM or PM. On this clock, this time shown, it would be in the afternoon. Is it AM or PM? What time is it? Remember, tell me AM or PM. Did you say 1:50? And then attach PM? It would be 1:50, because it's not 2 o'clock yet, 1:50 PM. Remember, guys, if you have an analog clock, a round clock that has hour hands and minute hands, practice that. That's going to be a key skill for you, not only as you move to 3rd grade, but a key skill to tell time as you move forward. I know you could wear a watch like Mr. Elliott has, and it could be digital, but not every clock is an alarm clock, or every clock is a digital clock. And right now, some of you are too young to have cell phones, so you got to learn how to tell analog clock. So if you have one of these, be practicing at home. You'll be able to find your questions on Google Forms. There's going to be some word problems using elapsed time. And then you're going to do Prodigy today. So, happy mathing. Okay guys, math today. You got some word problems that are dealing with time, elapsed time. It's on Google Forms. And then spend about 10 minutes on Prodigy. You can spend more time on Prodigy if you want and things are going well for you. I just don't want you to have to spend a lot of time on that working on it unless you get everything done first. So, homework today, complete the Google Forms word problems, and then you got Prodigy. It's activity challenge time. So today, activity, 2 videos, National Geographic. They're short, shouldn't be very long, no more than 5 minutes to watch the 2 videos. One is fun and fast facts about Earth, and the other one is learning about 3D printer. Hopefully it works. National Geographic for Kids has a lot of videos, but your activity and your challenge is to watch those 2 videos that take care of activity and challenge, and the rest of the challenges, enjoy the weekend. Alrighty guys, we've reached that special time. Yes, you're right. The special time is special message time. Today's special message is brought to you by Mrs. Stumler. Let's go listen to see what Mrs. Stumler has to say. Let's go!
Elliott's class. It's Mrs. Stumler. Just hanging out in my boat, getting ready for the summer. E-learning is almost over. We have a few more days to keep working hard. So make sure you're giving it your best these last couple of days. And I wish you well.
We're back at it tonight on the Titanic! Chapter 5, William and Lucy. The boy wore a nightshirt. He had red hair and freckles. He looked about 4 years old. He rubbed his eyes sleepily. Then he saw Teddy. "Puppy," he said with a huge smile. He threw his arms around the little dog's neck. Teddy licked his face. "Come back to bed, William," a voice called from inside the room. "Come out," Annie shouted. "It's an emergency." A moment later, the door opened wider. A girl in a long white nightgown peeked out. She had red hair and freckles, too. She was tall and thin. She looked to be about 12 or 13 years old. "Hello," she said. She put her arm around the little boy. "I'm Lucy O'Malley. This is my brother William." "I'm Annie," said Annie, "and this is my brother Jack." "Get your parents and tell them to come with us," said Jack. Lucy looked confused. "Our parents aren't here. They're in New York," she said. "We're on our way to them." "Listen, the Titanic has hit an iceberg," said Annie. "We'll take you to a lifeboat." "What do you mean?" said Lucy. "The ship's sinking," said Annie. "Look," she pointed to the water at the end of the hall. "Oh no!" cried Lucy. "Don't be afraid," said Jack. "Just get your coats and your life belts. We don't have much time." Lucy nodded. Then she went back inside the room and came out with her things. Lucy pulled on her coat and her life belt. Annie helped William put his on. "Let's go," said Jack. "Wait, can Teddy fit in your knapsack?" said Annie. "Try," said Jack. Annie slipped the little dog into the leather knapsack on Jack's back. Only Teddy's front paws and head stuck out. "Stay there, honey," said Annie. She kissed Teddy on the nose. Jack didn't feel any extra weight in his knapsack. The little dog felt as light as air. "Wait, I forgot something," said Lucy. "We don't have time," started Jack, but Lucy rushed back into the room. "Hurry," shouted Annie. When Lucy came out, Jack saw her slip something into her coat pocket. Then she grabbed William's hand. "Ready?" said Jack. Suddenly he felt freezing water brush against his shoes. He looked down. The green seawater was slowly moving down the hallway. "Orf, orf!" barked Teddy from Jack's pack. "Run!" cried Annie. "I'm going to go ahead and read Chapter 6. Women and Children First." Annie led everyone down the hall to the stairs away from the cold seawater. As she and Lucy helped William up the stairs, Jack and Teddy followed. Halfway up the staircase, Teddy let out a yelp. Jack looked back. The water was creeping up the stairs step by step. "Come on, Jack!" Annie shouted. Jack ran up the rest of the stairs. He and Annie led William and Lucy through the smoky room. The men were still playing cards. "To the lifeboats!" Annie yelled at the card players. "Right now! Hurry!" The men smiled at her again. "Little girl," one said with a laugh, "even if this ship does sink, it will take all night. There's plenty of time for everyone on board to be rescued." "Indeed, many ships are on their way right now," another man said in a soothing voice. "There's nothing to worry about." "Not true," said Annie. Lucy turned to Jack. "That doesn't sound so bad after all," she said. "It is bad. Please trust me," said Jack. "We have to keep going." They went outside. The crowd on the third-class deck had grown. Many wore life belts, but no one here seemed very worried yet. Jack and Annie pulled Lucy and William along. They hurried through the crowd and down the first-class hall. They came to the end of the trooped up the grand staircase. On the top deck, the Titanic was as bright as a Christmas tree. A band played lively music. With a hiss and a rush of light, a rocket streaked into the sky. It made a loud boom. Then it burst into many-colored balls. Shivering in the cold, William laughed and clapped. "Fireworks," he said. Lucy smiled at Jack and Annie. "This is a trick, isn't it?" she said. "You've brought us to a party." "No, it isn't," said Jack. "Don't you remember the water downstairs?" Lucy's smile faded. "Women and children first," someone shouted. "That's you," said Annie. "Come on." She pulled Lucy and William toward a lifeboat. And that ends us for Chapter 5 and 6. Tuesday, Chapter 7, The Gift. Man, I wonder what's going to happen. I mean, obviously, I know what happens to the Titanic. I wonder how this ends. So, stay tuned for more reading of Tonight on the Titanic. We'll wait and see. Homework recap. Okay, you listen to me read about a historical figure. Nothing with that. You're going to do I ready reading. You're going to do it for 15 minutes. And then for today and the rest of the weekend, read 30 minutes. In your writing, you got your journal entry. And then you got a free poem. So you can write whatever type of poem you want. In math, you've got the word problems that I'm going to put that deal with elapsed time. And then you're going to finish up with Prodigy. In your activity and challenge, 2 videos from National Geographic. One is going to be on 3D printing, and the other one is going to be about facts on the planet Earth. That takes care of all the things that you have to get done and completed today. Oh, what a thrill. We have finished for the day today. We got through everything we needed to. So I'm gonna say enjoy the weather, because it's supposed to be about 80 degrees. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are done for the day. Enjoy the weekend. That's what I say. So with that being said, guys, you know what I'm gonna say. That's a wrap. See you later.